If you're getting bored with Microsoft Flight Simulator, which I heavily doubt you are, then you want to listen to this video. Stay tuned. Hello YouTube, I'm Pilot Stud and welcome back to another video. Now today I'll be going through 5 things you should try on Microsoft Flight Simulator right now. If you're new here, be sure to like, comment and subscribe. I do flight sim videos, flight training videos, trip reports and a lot more, so if you love everything about aviation, you've certainly come to the right place. But now let's hop into this video. Okay, so kicking things off, you should try payware in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Now I should say some things in this video will be for serious flight simmers and some things will be for gamers, so it's a diverse mix. Now payware for Microsoft Flight Simulator is epic. I have to say I've been doing quite a few reviews of payware already and I've been blown away by the variety and greatness of most of them. While they're not all perfect, I highly recommend products by Urbex and Aerosoft. If you haven't seen my review of the Aerosoft airport in Norway, I recommend you watch it. It is an absolutely stunning airport. Here's some footage of it now. Urbex have a fantastic London City airport. I haven't been to their Innsbruck yet, but I'm looking forward to going around there. It does look epic. You guys might think, why should I pay extra? Microsoft Flight Simulator is great how it is, and while this is true, trust me guys, payware, honestly, is absolutely amazing. These airports look the best. If you can't afford payware, which is completely understandable, then freeware is also available. I've done loads of videos on freeware. You need to try them out if you haven't already. I know they can be a bit daunting trying to install them, but to be honest, it's a really easy experience. Certainly better than any sims before. You should do this right now, try out some add-ons. I recommend payware airports by Aerosoft and Urbex. They're very good. Now let's move on to our next thing you should do right now. So with the Japan update, there was the Discovery flight. Now this is a 2-hour, 20-minute flight all the way across Japan, and I recommend you do it. I've been doing parts and then saving it and then continuing on. Nagasaki is a beautiful airport to take off from, as seen now. Discovery flights, I hope, become a big part of this simulator. There's already add-ons coming out for this. I may be taking a look at some in the future. Discovery flights force you to visit areas you haven't been to before, and they really do open your eyes. That's why I'm recommending them for something you should do right now, because my friends, the Japan one on its own is absolutely amazing. Moving on, we're going to be talking about finding bugs. Now you guys will be well aware of the numerous bugs and glitches we found in Microsoft Flight Simulator, most recently that massive hole in Brazil. Now we've also had massive towers in Australia, spiky palm trees in LA, among others. So guys, I'm going to set you a challenge. Go on a treasure hunt and find some bugs or glitches. It could be very fun. I've only found a few minor ones that aren't very funny, so I'm quite unlucky with this. But there must be some more out there, I guarantee you. Now the fun thing about this is that it will take time, because this simulator, to be perfectly honest, is very well built. There's not too many wild bugs out there, but there is some, so go find some. They are so funny to fly around. That hole was absolutely amazing. I mean, my goodness. Moving on, we're going to be talking about Slew Mode. Now, if you're new to flight sims, you may not know what Slew Mode is. Slew Mode is where you can manipulate the location of your aircraft without moving your aircraft in the sim. All you need to do is press Y and then use the numpad to move your aircraft about. The fun thing I do with this, and this is quite fun, it's not for professional simmers so don't get too angry about it, is use Slew Mode to move my aircraft at an incredibly high altitude, such as 50, 60 or even 39,000 feet depending on your aircraft, and seeing how it deals with it. Flying the X-Cub at 39,000 feet is near on impossible, so you've got to spin your way out of it until you get to an altitude where you can regain control of your aircraft, which very rarely does happen because you're going way too fast. So make sure you turn off realism settings for this one, otherwise you'll damage your aircraft and it will go black straight away. This is a really fun one to try guys, using Slew Mode to put your plane in very, very, very unlikely circumstances is certainly very interesting. If you do try this, put in the comments how your aircraft reacts at a certain altitude. Pushing them way past their limitations is very fun. And finally, the last thing you should try is horrific IFR conditions. IFR standing for Instrument Flight Rules. Now this includes massive storms and zero visibility. It is very fun. There is nothing more satisfying than relying on your instruments to take off and land, especially when you're taking off and you climb to a high enough altitude where you pop out of the clouds. I find this really satisfying and really fun. It's certainly not for the faint-hearted. It does take a little practice and of course a familiarisation with the instruments, as these are the things you're going to be relying on. Certainly not for the faint-hearted. If you don't understand what an artificial horizon is, then go look it up before you even think about trying this, because you will not be getting anywhere. Flying an aircraft in crosswind is also very interesting. If you haven't done it yet, push yourself, go do it. It's certainly interesting to go and land. Flying in IFR conditions may be normal to some of you more professional flight simmers, but if you're new to it, as opposed to flying in clear skies, I recommend you download some weather presets. They're widely available on freeware websites. I've showcased one before from Nexus Mods. It was very good. It allows you to use the tropical storm preset, and these are very challenging weather conditions to fly in. It certainly makes for a lot of fun, and that's why I highly recommend it. So we've had trying Microsoft Flight Simulator payware. I cannot recommend this higher enough. Orbex and Aerosoft have already done a fantastic job, as well as many smaller creators. You guys have just got to keep your eye out for this one. The marketplace doesn't provide everything. It provides a lot, but not all payware add-ons are on there at the moment, so go search around. Of course, if you haven't got payware add-ons, you can try freeware add-ons. They work very well. I've done numerous videos on these before. Another thing you should do is try the Discovery flights around Japan. Hopefully they'll bring more out. I know there are some add-ons out. These are really worth it. They force you to fly in areas you wouldn't have flown in before. We've also talked about glitches and how you should find them. They are incredibly funny. I do not know how some of these are made. I'm not a computer scientist, but they are rather humorous. And then Slew Mode, using Y and F4 to make yourself go to an incredible altitude of 50, 60, 70,000 feet and seeing how your aircraft responds. It makes for a great laugh. And finally, as we were just talking about stormy IFR conditions, these are great. Try doing an ILS landing with zero visibility. Trust me guys, there is nothing more satisfying. So there we have it guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's been more aimed at beginners or those that are new to flight simming, because it's one of the best hobbies out there. If you enjoyed, please remember to like, comment and subscribe. I certainly enjoyed making this video. Tell me what other things you think you should do straight away in Microsoft Flight Simulator. If you're new to it, I'd be really interested. Thanks to all my captains as always. If you want to find out how to become a captain, go onto my Instagram and onto my Discord. All of the information you need to know is on there. Thanks for watching guys, but from me today that is all. Bye bye.